looks really good. I've always been a big fan of Spider-Man. As I've mentioned in earlier videos, I used to watch Spider-Man the Animated Series as a kid, and I am really interested to see where this new reboot will take the franchise. So with all this Spider-Man hype buzzing around, I thought it would be fitting to take a look at one of the Spider-Man animated TV series. So I went and watched the first season of one of the newer shows, The Spectacular Spiderman. Great rendition of Spider-Man. Of course, I do miss the old animated series that I grew up on, and hey, maybe one of these days I'll go back and re-watch it and talk about that. But for now, this is a really awesome replacement. Shall I even say spectacular? Right off the bat, I have to say that I adore this visual style. The artwork is really smooth, slick, and stylized. I love this great cartoony look. It feels very natural and animates very well. Everyone has a lot of character and each design is memorable. Action sequences are very fluid and look absolutely great. Both Peter Parker and Spider-Man are wonderfully rendered. I will say, however, that I'm not the biggest fan of the armpit webbing. I know it's classic, but it's just not my personal favorite costume design. But it is neat to see some new takes on various character designs, including all of the classic supervillains that are introduced in this season. I especially love Tombstone in this series. He is incredibly menacing and icy, calm and collected, and all sorts of spooky. The voice acting is all top-notch. Every voice is smooth and fits the characters just perfectly, and not once did I feel like there was a line that was poorly or awkwardly delivered. Peter Parker sounds so believably his role, as does everybody else. The voice of Venom is different than what you may be expecting, but I really liked it. I thought it fit very, very well. All of the voice actors working on this turned out a stellar performance. Story-wise, it is a bit villain of the week, but that's fine and fun, and especially when you're really looking forward to seeing old villains touched on in a new light. My only real problem with Spider-Man in general is high school drama. Really not so much a fan of the whole, oh look, this kid is not popular in high school and he gets picked on by the kids who are popular. Look, popular people are all jerks sort of storyline, but you know, that's just me. I tend to avoid high school oriented films and TV shows because of it. It's just not a particularly interesting sort of conflict to me, and I much prefer watching Spider-Man battle mutated villains to watching Peter Parker try to get a date. It is interesting, however, to see how the persona of Spider-Man affects Peter Parker's personal life. They did try to do that to some extent in the Tobey Maguire films, but it felt a little bit forced, I feel. I thought they did a lot better job of it in this series. It's more fleshed out and interesting. It is also really nice to see Gwen in this. Since a lot of Spider-Man media tends to focus just on Mary Jane, it is easy for viewers to forget that Peter Parker's original love interest is Gwen. And to be honest, I don't really like MJ all that much. At least in this version, she's kind of really stuck up and arrogant, and I identify a lot more with the shy and quiet best friend Gwen. But for good writing, the most interesting bit in this to me is everything concerning Venom. They did Venom very well in this version, and my favorite episode is number 12, where Peter is having it out with Venom inside of his own mind, trying to escape the symbiosis. In his mind, he is aided by the memory of his Uncle Ben, and the sequences inside of his mindscape are all really well portrayed and visually intriguing. All in all, it's a very fun and engaging addition to the franchise, and I really loved it. So good! It's a a shame that it got canceled and now we have Ultimate Spider-Man airing. I haven't seen it yet, but I have heard mixed reviews. Spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular. Spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular, spectacular Spider-Man. Well, that's it for my little video on the Spectacular Spider-Man. I very much enjoyed the first season and will be continuing to watch the second season. And now I must be off to go see the Amazing Spider-Man. So excited! I'll say what I thought of it on my Facebook and Twitter, which you can totally add me on to keep more in touch with me and what I'm up to. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week when I will be talking about the Legend of Korra. Bye!